Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Slingy Sings. This time we are taking a look at the Hammond Collection Allosaurus from Jurassic World by Mattel. And once again, I think Mattel hit it out of the park, improving each and every new release. And this Allosaurus, I think, it's so big with this tail to get in there, is one of their very best yet. Amazing details, clean looking teeth, great spikes, and something I really like is this long, expressive tail that's super easy to bend any way you want. So you can get it in incredibly expressive poses. He's hitting the phone. That's what happens when it's got such a big tail. You can't get it in the shot. Huh. And of course, great articulation. You can move it side to side. Look at that. Up and down, bring it around town. Look at that. It's very smooth. I don't feel like there's any trouble, like I'm going to break it or anything. Great mouth. I do like how the teeth look, but since they're this soft rubber, I don't know how, soft plastic, I don't know how long it'll last, like, in the future. I don't know, sometimes there's some problems with that, but looks good to me for now. Great joints. The only thing is mine had a slight hard time standing. See, this foot doesn't quite go flush, but it's not really a big deal. That just sometimes you have to kind of mess around with the positioning more of the figure to get it just right. But really, no complaints. I have seen some people complain that this part doesn't always match up, so when you turn it, of course, the colors don't blend in. But I mean, I don't think that you can really prevent that with a posable figure like this. As long as you have it in, pretty much the right position, it's pretty good. I guess there are some problems here, but I don't know. It's hard for me to be upset when these things are priced so reasonably for their size, for what all of their articulation, and all of the improvements that they keep doing. And that's part of the reason why I'm making this video. I wanted to compare this with some of the past dinosaurs from the Hammond Collection and showcase some of the good improvements. Of course, if you've seen other ones, you know that the feet have gotten smaller, a little bit more accurate than how they originally started. But I want to compare it to something that just came out not too long before. Get you over there. You have the Carnotaurus, which already was an amazing release. But if we look at the Carnotaurus, it's got a little bit less going on than the Allosaurus. We don't have the colored fingers. And also, check out this tail. It starts out with this hard plastic piece before going into the bendy wire. This is not what this one, the Allosaurus, has. And I think that this tail is not quite as easy to pose. It might end up being more durable in the long run, I'm not sure. But definitely not nearly as posable as this one. Also, these are all hard plastic spikes. That doesn't particularly bother me, but I do know, for children's sake who buy these, I know I would have bought these if I was a kid. These are nice and soft, so even when you handle it, it's a little bit easier to handle. The teeth on these ones are a bit harder. I'll leave that up to people to see which they like more. I did notice the eyes on my Allosaurus are a little bit better. We have one eye on this Carnotaurus he kind of looks like he has cataracts. Poor thing. And then we got another eye, which is totally fine. I like the glass eyes. I know some people aren't too fond of them, but I think they're cool. They make them look more lifelike, maybe a little bit more expensive, but that'll vary on taste. And then I want to compare to an older Hammond Collection, which is the Ceratosaurus. And this guy's really fun, a blast to play with, but let's get you in there. So you can already see the difference in these teeth. These are just big, blocky teeth molded right in. I don't mind how they look, but they're not nearly as clean as these. So very big improvement on teeth. You can see they don't have the glass eye yet back then. And again, it's fine. But I just think God, looking at it in a camera, you can't barely see this eye at all. In person, I tell you, it stands out. And it looks really cool. It definitely makes it feel more alive. And then you'll also notice there's no wrist articulation on this. I know this was more of a cheaper model, but even still, there's one of these around this size that has the movable wrist, but yeah, the wrists don't move. The tail's definitely a little bit stiffer on this one. Even though it's all made the same way, looks like. A little bit difficult. But, yeah. I just wanted to show, like, how far these Hammond collections are really coming. I'd bring the T-Rex over there, but that is absolutely not going to fit. That is not happening. Oh. Also, I feel like I've been having a little bit less quality control issues since after the Carnotaurus. This guy's really good, whereas this one, the neck goes one way, really good, and not the other way. And I've had a lot of various small problems, or not so small problems, with older Hammond collection stuff. So what can I say? I'm really, really impressed with these figures and how they just keep getting better and better. Really excited for when they maybe eventually release like an Indominus Rex, the Spinosaurus, everything else they can think of. I will be waiting. And you should be too, because these are fantastic. Look at that. All right, well, I guess that's all I had to say, so thank you for watching. Bye.